What up, though? This B-Boy Reg
I'm DJ Butter, y'all.
and
And
this
we got
funky fresh.
third power up in here. We
What
got
up?
Mr. Slaughter in here. We funky
What's up?
fresh in the
What's up?
flesh.
Oh man, it's an honor to be here. What's up, my brothers?
What up,
What's
though? You all
going on?
right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Glad
Yo,
to have you here, Age. For
Thank you
real.
very much. It's a pleasure and an honor.
So
what's going on?
y'all ready rock and roll?
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
ready rock. Yep, let's rock and roll.
What's going on in the world?
Man. Man, what y'all think about traveling these days, man? You know, it's another plane just went down the other day. Man, what's going on with all these planes? Is it social media that's highlighting it or what? What's going on, man? You know?
Um, I honestly think like when the world shut down, a lot of them planes was just sitting. You know what I'm saying? And it's like putting them back in the air, all the ongoing maintenance. I just think a lot of stuff was just they just need to replace a lot of the inventory that they had sitting around. I mean, it's been 5 years, but still, you gotta think of how long some of them parts was just sitting, not being used, not being flown and stuff like that. And it wasn't like their airlines just all got together and just started ordering a whole new batch of planes.
Right.
You know? So I don't
Right.
know. That's my theory.
Well, I like flying. It's been a while since I've flown, but you'll never catch me on a small plane that has no less than 100 passengers. It seems like, and I say that to mean that I think a lot of the airplanes that are crashing seems to be small planes with about 30 to 40 passengers, maybe less, and they have small engines or they just having engine problems, but small airplanes, that's what I'm trying to get at. I don't really want to fuck with flying in no small airplane, period. I'm cool with flying though. I love flying. I even love the turbulence of an airplane, but no small planes for me. But I do agree with you, B-Boy Reg. Um, it's scary. It's scary. It's scary.
Yeah, I fly all the time, man. But only thing that scared me about being on a plane is if like a congressman is on there with me or something like. I don't want no politicians on the plane with me. It,
Oh man. Yeah.
yeah,
Damn. No politicians on the plane. Wow. Okay.
Mic check
right.
1 2. Y'all can hear me good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Well, Ace, you probably have to back up just a little bit.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Can you
Okay.
hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear both of y'all.
Okay, it's
All
all
right.
business. Yeah. Man, the
Yeah.
313 just happened, man. Did you see the event got shut down at the Masonic Temple, man? What y'all think about that? You know?
Yeah, I think that
Uh,
was sad, man. Like it seemed like it was a lot of effort put into it. I think who really lost out on that was the fans, man, because that was a big
Absolutely.
event. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the 313 event at the uh at the riverfront. And that was really nice. It was hosted by this comedian named T Bar. I don't know if y'all brothers familiar with her.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, she making
Only
a lot of
in
noise.
Detroit.
Right, right. So she said this was her either second or third year of hosting it. It's actually her event. She's also the organizer of the event, and it was a nice crowd, well attended, nice atmosphere. The weather was cool, but I didn't get a chance to go. But um, hey, I love my city. I'll be at the next one next year for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to Chanel Dominique for trying to make sure it happened, the unity happened in the city.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
shout out to her.
Yeah. You I just seen something about you guys gotta the supporters gotta understand too, they gotta buy the tickets online in advance when they see that type of lineup. You know, it's just
Yeah.
you gotta really so you can make an effort to go to another venue if happened at a last minute situation. I've been through such certain things like that as well. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's, it's a touchy situation, man. Shout
it
out
is.
to the whole 313 day,
Oh,
all the organizers, everybody,
shout out to them for sure. Hmm.
put
Yeah,
on the events,
they had quite a few events. I know they had like the basketball games and
Yeah.
some other stuff going on around it. I think that the concert part is just hard with a
Mm,
lot of venues not looking to book. You either with the venues here, it seemed like for rap, you either go big like Little Caesars Arena or you go extremely small and intimate. That
mm,
in between, like the Masonic Temple and stuff like that, it seemed like anything happened, they like, oh, it's a reason for them to cancel and pull out, where they just say, we're not going to allow the event to happen. So,
right,
yeah, we just got to be mindful of that. What venues are hip hop friendly, in other words.
right.
Right,
Right.
right, for sure, for
So,
sure.
what's
Hey,
up
what
with
uh,
y'all seen Biblical Fox BBL?
Oh man, I've been loving. I love. Vivica's weird to me, but I love Vivica though. I like that car shield commercial. She
He
made
said,
with she did with Ice T.
he said, yeah, car shield.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite commercials.
That's funny. Hey,
But I love Vivica. Ever since I saw her on this show called her first TV show was called Open All Night with More Chestnut.
yeah, I remember that show.
Yeah, yeah, it was a good show, and but I wonder. I wonder who Vivica, who she involved with now. Is she still involved with 50? Her and 50. If they broke up and her and 50 got back together.
he
Yeah,
think
no,
want to spin the block, don't he?
Yeah.
no, he ain't gonna spin it. He spin a block on that. I'm gonna look at him different. That, that
What do
ain't
you
you
think?
trying to shoot. Hey, you trying to shoot your shot? You trying to see if she's single?
Oh yeah, she's 60, 61 years
Yeah,
old. She still got it going on.
you
Yeah,
got a chance. Hey, you got a chance now. This ain't the two can play that game, Vivica.
right.
Uh,
Oh
What
man.
what
Just
yeah,
50 what 50 say she got some good, I think.
yeah. Oh man.
uh, I don't know. She got something,
That's
something
hilarious.
pumped back there. It, Them BBLs getting out of hand, man. When
Yeah.
if you over 30 getting a BBL, you got to rethink your life choices.
Mm.
I, I
Oh
don't I don't see I don't see where a BBL gonna take you at past 30.
yeah, but BBLs they need love too, man.
Yeah, yeah.
They want to be loved and
Man, they
stroked and
they
cuddled.
got to get some more natural meat in them. That's all. Just get it more, get the fluid to shoot something more natural. It might have to be some elephant juice or something.
They gotta
Oh
they
man.
gotta make they gotta make more proportion to the body. It be looking like they
Yeah.
thighs and legs be looking like a deformed drumstick. Put two deformed drumsticks put together, just like somebody just walking like
Wow.
that.
Right. Cause
Wow.
I'm like, I wanna ask Vivica, is your self-esteem really that fucked up when you just need to make changes like that? I mean, you a millionaire, you beautiful. Uh, I don't know. I'm not in favor of the BBL. I'm more into the natural look.
Man, I think a lot of women and usually like the male actors, you may see them get like some plastic surgery or something like that. But
Yeah.
the women, it seems like it's harder for them just to accept it and age gracefully. And some of them get a little touch ups here and there, and you can tell. But for the most part, I mean, most of the black actresses usually see them age out gracefully, man, and they handle it. But
Yes, they
you know,
do.
Yeah, but it's crazy. The BBL just seemed too much for me at that age.
Yeah,
Cause
I
your
agree with you.
body start shifting, stuff start drooping and falling, and the only thing holding you up is your ass. Then that's pulling you down at the same time. Cause I don't want to see nobody with a walker and a BBL.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
man.
don't.
Y'all just, ladies, y'all got to just get some trainers. That's all. We got to
Yeah,
be some trainers, y'all. Let's get a trainer business, you know?
right. The Twitter
Y'all
business
gotta
definitely
y'all
work.
gotta get a satisfied man that's satisfied with who you are, where you are.
Right.
That's what you need. Y'all chasing the wrong man trying to get a BBL.
Hey, man.
I
Yeah,
think the BBLs be for other women though. Like, look at me.
yeah, right.
Ladies,
Yeah,
y'all just need to hit Motor City Soul Food. Y'all be all right.
yeah.
Oh,
That's it.
and shout out to Motor City Soul Food. Ooh,
That get the cornbread in you and a little LA fitness
Right.
uh-huh.
squat going.
Yeah.
For
All
sure.
the girls in the gym, all they do is glute exercises.
Right.
Dude, they walk on the treadmill for a minute, then they go do squats.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Yeah,
let me ask y'all this though, right? Thinking about hip hop. So let's look at the different decades. So we had like the 2 Live Crew girls. Remember, we thought they was thick, like the Move Some chicks.
yeah,
But
Mm.
then we had that era like the late 90s, early 2000s, like the chicks the video vixen era, right? Where they was kind of like slim and petite. They all had like shorts on, like the Anne-Marie type style with the long legs and stuff, the
Mhm.
right.
gimmick video and all that. And now the chicks now that we see, the thick BBL chicks. What was your favorite era?
Ooh, my favorite. Go ahead, Butter.
Man, I like what Jill Scott brought to the game, you know?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
she
Jill
was
Scott is
she was
extremely nice.
she was the
Extremely nice.
she was the balance, you know? It's you know, you got the pretty face, the, you know, voluptuous, just you know, that whole Afrocentric stuff going on. And,
Mhm.
you know, back then, of course we loved. That's all we knew was 2 Live Crew, and that was really like soft porn and stuff for us. But to where it's like take me as I am. I'm gonna eat some chicken. I'm gonna drink a green drink. You know what I'm
Right,
Right.
right.
saying? Hey, that's the balance right there, man. You know.
Yeah, but for me, it was MC Hammer. Them
Oh,
fine. Ah,
three
Oh,
six
oh,
three five
this-
seven.
three, five, seven. Damn, that's a bad motherfucker. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Juicy
yeah,
had
they
you
was,
crazy.
yeah,
Hey,
they had me crazy. They look good. They
yeah,
can
that was
sing. They
yeah,
can
that was
dance. They do
yeah,
it. They can do it all. They was multi-talented.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was they were my favorites. One of
Wow,
my favorites for sure. One of my favorites for sure.
wow.
All right.
They came to my high school one time, man.
They
No,
did.
For real.
yeah, they walked past my locker and stuff. Right where I was going into, I was tripping out, man. All of them, you know,
All three of them.
VMGB, yeah, yeah. I wish I got some pictures, man. I might got some video or something. I'm gonna
Okay.
look back then, man. They came to the school, man, for real.
Oh
That's
That's
wow.
crazy. Shout out to MC Hammer, you know, for real.
Yeah.
357.
357. Oh man.
Brian
Pretty
Piccolo,
good.
he did one of his first videos, you know.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Brian Piccolo, did one of MC Hammer's first earlier videos, came down to Detroit and promoted with, you know, the new dance show and all Rap's Corner and all that, you
Right.
Grandma, you ain't hitting in New York. What you gonna say about that? I'm gonna turn this mother out.
uh,
wow. Hey,
and
it's been 1 year since Boss died, man. What kind of impact she had on y'all musical, you know, palette, you know?
oh, okay. Oh man. Well, boss. Boss was a true MC. She embodied everything that an MC um, um, everything that it took to make a great MC. She was beyond being a good MC. She was a great MC. She had it. She had it all. She had beauty, personality, delivery, wordplay. Um, she. I just wish that she would have made more music before she sadly passed away. Um, wow, she would have been a great addition to our project, Funky Fresh and the Flesh Festival. Um, it's I didn't know her like you did, Butter, but she was one of the great ones for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I think Boss was the people in the industry knew, right? So like when you hear even Bow Wow was in the they was interviewing him and he was talking about going on tour with like Snoop and them and he was saying, yeah, Boss was hard. He was saying how dope she was. So I think the industry knew. You look back at her album and how she had the East Coast and the West Coast love, Def Jam set her up right for that album. I think the timing of that album was a little bit ahead of its time,
Yeah.
Yeah,
as far as the collaborations and everything. But I think the two artists that got hurt in that era the most that had great projects was Boss and Threat because it was like
mm,
that was the era of hip hop when like the East Coast still had influence, but
yeah,
the West Coast was pulling so hard and everything was so West Coast heavy. And it was like when Dre and Snoop dropped, it was almost like forget everything and everybody else until Biggie came as far as like more of a mainstream feel. But she had the it package, meaning that everything that you can think of for a hip hop artist to be successful and be mainstream, she had it. I just don't know
mm,
if the industry go through this phase with female artists where they, 1 minute is the MC light, is the kind of like, the hardcore female, and then it's the sexy female, right? And I think she was just caught up in the middle of hip hop was starting to transition back to bring us put makeup on the females again, have them dress like this, and we was going into that era. But
yeah,
yeah, she was it, man.
yep.
She
She
was
was
she
You
it.
was
know,
it.
just hearing that is like Brandy, I wanna be down was
Right.
songs like that to put all the women on one song, to have
Right.
that leadership with an R&B record, and you had Yo Yo, you had MC Light and Queen Latifah. Recap. It's just some momentum of things. The industry gonna do that. They're gonna pick and choose who their
Right.
favorite is. But those type of symphony records, it always kind of help, you know, especially if it's a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It helped the artist. It helped Yo Yo go into a whole nother lane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That
For
that
sure.
Yeah, like Yo Yo was hard. She was West Coast, but then she turned around, throw her ass in the camera, like, don't try to play me out. Then Queen Latifah always had that cool big sis vibe where it was just like, oh, she really can rhyme. MC Light was like the tomboy, she the hardcore. Salt and Pepper had they sexy lane, you know what I'm saying, pop
Right.
Mhm.
records and all of that. And it was just like what category you put Boss in, and it was a category there, but it just didn't take off in time.
Mm,
Hip hop was just in that weird space during that time period.
yeah.
Mm.
And it was good music out. It was just that to me, like pure hip hop was good between like 90 and like 93, but it was just such a transition. It was just like you had Wu-Tang, you had Bad Boy coming with their artists coming out, Biggie and all of that. But it was just like a lot of good music just got overlooked. And it was just like the top of the it was just a weird space for sales and all of that. Because we
Right.
was transitioning from our greats, our LLs and all of that started dying out. And then this new wave, it was so many new styles coming out. Like between 90, I won't know, between like 89 and probably like 94, nobody sounded the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Think about it. You the closest you could say is Native Tongues kind of had somewhat of the same vibe, but nobody sounded the same. And then you start getting a few people that sounded a little bit like Dre and Snoop, and you started getting like your imitators and stuff.
Right.
But you got to think Onyx, Wu-Tang, Tribe, De La, Dre and Snoop, DJ Quick. Like you had all such a variety of styles that came out during that time period.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Mm.
Hey,
No.
y'all checked out that what they say? I
Mm-hmm.
saying this week. They said Playboy Cardi's music, if anybody over 20 some or 30 can't listen to it, but he got like 30 tracks on his album, you know, it's like for him to put all that music out at once, I peep how how it's a competition and strategy, and how they trying to, get the iTunes and the Spotify look. But it was tripped out how I guess that's like skinny jean music or something. But the
Skinny Jean music. Okay. I ain't never heard of that with Skinny Jean music. Okay.
but
It's
but they were, just to see how how Kanye, everybody kind of worshiped this kid. I really never really heard the
Me
kid
neither.
music.
yeah, I think it's if a good artist flood, so in marketing, you try to dominate market share. That's why the term market share exists, right? It can work for you and against you. So I think with the artists now, they not doing 4 minute songs. Like, years ago, you be hard pressed trying to get somebody to give you 16 or 20 songs, right? Every now and then you get somebody with 12 to 16, and they be 3.5, 4 minute songs. Now it's like they a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So yeah,
Mm,
you can afford to drop. They not even three verses most of the time. You can afford to drop 20 or 30 songs. But if you don't have bangers, it's kind of like wasted space. And your fans are going to listen to it. So the streams are adding up, but they're not getting replayed. But
Right.
I think if you got bangers, think of how Master P did it, or some of these artists that just had threw a ton of music out all at once, right?
Right.
You was like, damn, every song that come on is a Master P song or something affiliated with Master P. So I'm with it if the music is good.
mm,
Yeah.
Like if Kendrick had 20 squabble ups and not like us all at once, and his he got a few hits out all at the same time, or like when DMX did both albums in the same year, that's market share. Like you not talking about any other artist. If you do, they're filler, right? So it's like, yeah, if you got 30 songs and 10 of them bangers, you dominating the market for that time.
mm,
Yeah. Right. For sure.
Yep. And if you play it right, like one of the biggest marketing things I seen, I don't think people paid attention to it for years. Remember Salt and Pepper album, what was it, Black Magic? The album that had Weatherman and all of that on it,
Yeah.
and
mm,
shoot. You
Shoot.
know that album ran for almost 2 years. They had several singles from the time it came out to the very last single they put out in video. They stretched that like a year and a half, almost 2 years. It
Yeah.
was like they would drop a single because the album was out. They had hits, but they would drop a single instead of like one after another. I think it would be like 3 or 4 months later. Then all of a sudden, people like, oh, this album nice, like it's been around.
Well,
So
they were strategic with that. I think that album had like a AIDS awareness uh
Message.
yeah at
yeah,
the end of it. So
Okay.
when you do that type of stuff, you know, foundations and all these different corporations that give you back then, you may have Trojan sponsoring them and, you know, helping, you know, putting them on bigger stages. They just say, right, we're gonna ride this whole year out. You know, what
right,
that went beyond the record label, you know what I'm saying? But the way they did that album, it was like a safe sex was like the campaign with that time, and
Right, right.
yeah,
it was all kind of self-explanatory at that promotion time or that, it's just strategic, man,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
yeah. Salt and pepper, they special.
Yeah,
Yeah, they man, I hate the fact that they fell out with Spinderella. That was
yeah,
man,
yeah.
that was a tough one.
The DJs, at the end of the day, you know, you seen our production credits on certain things, but it was like Salt was producing a lot of that stuff. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying? Salt did like Shoop and um a couple of songs on that, and they really Herbie Love Bug and Salt was learning from Herbie Love Bug, you know what I'm saying?
okay,
So, she was producing a lot of that stuff. When the DJs don't get involved and make the beats and come on in and get some credits like J Master J or or those that era, they kind of got pushed out. Just the industry, man.
mm,
Um, hey, did y'all check out I want the world to check out Trips and Slim, Dougie Fresh's sons, man. They got a Slim got a new Drop Top Slim is on his name on IG, but he has a new single with Jeremiah.
oh,
okay,
okay,
Yeah, everybody check out Trips and Slim, Dougie Fresh Sons. They got it's a YouTube floating around with them rapping for DMX, things
okay,
like that. Those guys they strategic with where they do things. Big up to
right.
them. You know what I'm saying?
okay. That's
Yeah,
what's up.
Mhm.
Where they um drop top slim, you
Yeah,
say?
yeah, that's his name on IG. He has a new single with Jeremiah. My mind racing. I can't think of the name right now, but he's been dropping videos back to back. He got one he just did in Jamaica.
Okay,
Well, yeah, they real quality stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dougie
okay,
Fresh
yeah.
sons, they dope, man. They can really rhyme. I heard
Well,
Razzcast sons are pretty good too. You know,
oh
pretty
sweet.
good, man.
yeah,
They recorded pretty good. The boys are
yeah,
cold.
yeah,
Yeah, they whole group. They got so everybody keeps saying because the one guy that's in the group, I forget his name, but he animated like Busta Rhymes. But
Yeah,
man, all of their videos, when you just see their rhyme style and they pattern, and it's like how some people animate it and they just be rapping fast or they be, they high energy.
yeah,
But some people do that now have bars. These boys, they whole group got bars. Like
mm,
it's so intricate that it's simple enough that you can catch it, but then it be like bars within bars, like double entendres and stuff, and you be like, oh, that was sweet. But now that I listen back to it, it's even sweeter because now I'm getting where it was leading up to or what he put in between the sandwich. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? Like, yeah, they something different, man.
Wow.
yeah. Definitely, I want to check them out for sure.
Mm,
Yeah,
Yeah, I was always a big fan of Raz Cass. Always thought he was underrated, but a fantastic, phenomenal lyricist by far, no
yeah.
doubt about it.
mm. Shout out
Who
to
got the
Rap
best?
Kass. Really
He
dope.
probably got the best. He probably got the best rapping son in hip hop. Let me double check before. Yeah, he probably got the best rapping kids in hip hop.
Really?
As far, oh yeah, for sure. I was trying to think of who else. Yeah, I don't think it's nobody else. If I had to bet money on it, I would say he's got the best second generation MCs.
Now,
Uh,
let me ask you this, B-Boy Reg. That's interesting that you say that. Can he is he fucking with G Rap Sons 38 Special?
um,
Or how
uh,
I'm not asking you who's better. I'm asking you like
oh
how
no,
they
yeah,
sound
yeah,
different.
definitely, definitely, yeah.
How they rhyme schemes different.
Oh, so 38 Special, of course, it's the New York flow, right?
Right.
But they have a little bit more energy and it's more intricate, like as far as how they rhyme. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's two different, it's two different vibes, but I will put them up against anybody. JoJo Simmons, anybody.
He said JoJo.
Jojo.
Anybody kids, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Little
JoJo and
Romeo,
Diggy out the box.
yeah, Little Romeo.
Oh,
But to your point, Dougie Fresh kid, his son's nice. Um, I don't think it ain't too many. Jada Kiss son nice,
Yeah,
but I
they
I
gone.
haven't I haven't heard enough from him to be like Big Pun son is nice. Um, but yeah, Roscoe's his boys, and it's probably because they part of a collective, they part of a group. You know
Yeah,
what
of
I'm
course.
saying?
right,
So
right.
that might because 38 special hold his own. You know what I'm saying? If you bring him up, that's different.
Yeah.
So
Special for sure.
yeah,
To have those MCs, you'd be like, damn, how did he rhyme with that? Well, when they played it with the word, you'd be waiting for their bars at the end of, the
yeah,
punchlines and stuff.
Yeah,
And that's the fun part of hip hop.
right.
yep,
For real, for real. Yeah.
Wow, that is.
Hey, tell me
yep.
something, y'all seen the girl from In Vogue, Dawn Lewis?
Oh yeah,
Living in their car.
Yeah. What you what
yeah,
what y'all think about that? Jermaine Dupri says like it was like a choice she made, or was a lack of publishing and stuff. It's something to see groups like that, and even Angie Stone just passed away recently. That Tyler Perry made something about the publishing checks they've been fighting for, and
I think
those songs are like In Vogue made like Walt Disney music almost like
yeah.
you know what I'm
That
saying?
is timeless.
I think
You
she
know.
I mean she was saying it like she chose to do that because her and her mama didn't like her mama was being mean to her or something like that. But then her ex-husband came on and was like, yeah, she need help, but just listening to her and then listening to her ex-husband, and like she was saying how she went out and stayed with her manager, and her manager was paying like 3,000 a month for her to stay in a hotel. She was originally gonna stay with him, but then she kept telling him about apartments that was like that was cheaper than paying for a hotel. And I'm like, this don't add up. Like you in LA, he's staying in a hotel, he's staying in an apartment that's 1,700 a month, but spending 3,000 a month for you to stay in a hotel. And it's just like it seemed like she just made choices, or she's probably hard to get along with, to be honest.
Mm.
And I mean, either way, it's sad because she don't have the money, or she either blew her money. I don't know what her finances is like, but it just seemed like every listening to people and then listening to her, it just seemed like she hard to get along with. That's just my honest opinion.
Yeah, that might be a factor. That she's hard to get along with, but I heard that her ex-husband came through and offered her a job at a hotel. So I don't know
It-
if her her husband knew somebody that worked at a hotel, or he or I don't know what the deal was, but if I think he showed her love by offering her a hotel job. I don't know if that's something that she would be interested in for as far as work is concerned, but he did extend his hand out to her in that regard.
Yeah.
Shout
I
out to
know. I know.
E
I know some
E40. I
dudes.
think just DM her, you know.
Oh,
I know. Some,
right. That's my man.
I know some dudes off Finkel that'll help her out.
Yeah,
Yeah, put her up
Those
with
bastards.
Don, y'all, shit, Don Lewis. Oh man,
She can't be around anybody, man. I think that's what it kind of at the end of the day, if dude probably got a place where he's staying at $1,500 a month, and the environment probably different than where she probably was at.
right,
that.
right.
Yeah.
California is like, it's like it's the jungle right here, and then across the street is where Brad Pitt stay. You
Right.
know,
Right.
it's just different. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be all expensive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying, she went to Vegas and she was hearing about people doing like living in their RVs, living in their vans and in their cars and stuff. And when she said it, she sounded like she was excited. And she was saying her assistant was like, "Yeah, girl, you could do it." And I think it was more of a choice. Um, I don't know how her finances is again, but I think it's something she wanted to do. But
Wow.
and
Well,
she
I would.
says it's been a couple years.
Uh-huh.
So
I think too. At the same time, when they fighting for their publishing checks and all that stuff, they can't. They probably got a little paranoia attached to that, and
yeah,
you can't be complacent too much and this and that. Just like I don't know. It's that's amazing. They did the biggest records in the '90s, man. You
Yeah, they
know.
did. They one of the greatest girl groups of all time,
Mm,
hands down.
mm,
yeah,
You know, they brought sophistication and elegance to
right,
R&B.
right.
yep.
But I would like to see Miss Lewis come out with a solo album.
Yeah, or some good features again. Just like if they DMing her, y'all just get her back in the lab. If she not good with money, we'll see. But the internet is a motherfucker, man. How that shit make you feel?
Yeah.
That shit is something, man.
I know some dudes off 6 Mile that'll put her on the record.
Uh,
They would be like feature Don Lewis from In
well,
Vogue. Have her sing about
oh man,
all types of stuff.
Yeah,
he'll sell
But
a
yeah,
lot of records too. You got
yeah,
Don Lewis on there.
yeah,
yeah. It's sad. That's like what's her name? What Maya Campbell,
Yeah.
the actor. Like you just see people go through stuff and what's the two girls that played on the Bernie Mac show? Like they was OnlyFans. They all on OnlyFans and doing porn. One of them was like, that show it was a nice show, but them checks being ran out. It ain't like we was on Friends or nothing getting paid $1 million an episode. So
Right.
yeah,
well,
I tell people,
I just saw something about that too, Reg.
yeah,
Jamie Foxx don't get residual checks. From the Jamie Foxx show. I said, "Wow, you got that much fame. World, it's just really like a fame contract first." I'm
yeah,
like,
it's like you
Yeah.
gotta you gotta decide up front. Like I always bring it up. Pac being in Juice, I think they said he got paid like 15,000 or something to be in that. Or some of the actors in Friday only got paid 5,000. I mean, but you got to look at what it did for their careers afterwards, right?
Right.
So sometimes entertainment is kind of like sometimes you got to decide what you want up front, what you want on the back end, and what type of exposure you're gonna get. Because I mean, it's people that would have you pay out the butt trying to get the exposure you get from being in a movie. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta think long term. Maybe you say, hey, I'm not gonna take this money up front. I want all my money off of the residuals at the end of the day.
Right.
That's
You
what
know,
my man did from that's what my man did from he played in damn what
Justin Weaver,
huh? No,
what
he
the little
um
Weaver, the black dude that
Jason Weaver, yeah, Jason Weaver.
yeah, Jason Weaver. He
Jason
did the
Weaver.
Lion King. Yeah. Yep. He took the money on the back end because it's Disney. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But who's to say the movie wasn't gonna flop neither? So you turn down the front end and the back end money don't be there anyway. So it's
Yeah,
just a hard choice to make.
his mama was his manager, so she negotiated that deal.
Yeah.
She made
That's
that happen.
talking
Hey,
about residuals. Y'all heard R. Kelly remix?
Oh man.
yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope, though, man. Hey,
He like,
Yeah,
who out
that's
there with my checks? They
wow.
ain't he said they ain't putting no money on his books. We know his music still selling.
Right, right. So you think Jive Records owe him any money?
Yeah, his money, his music still making money. Then you gotta think the people he was writing for.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? They songs still selling.
Hmm.
I think the only person that don't perform, I think Maxwell don't perform the song he wrote for him. But
Okay.
everybody else, them songs still, unless his contracts were screwed up. But I don't think he was. I think his contracts was decent enough for him to still be making money off of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I've never heard of him having any financial issues with any record companies or managers or accountants or anything like that. I think he's
Right.
always stood on business as far as his money was concerned.
Yeah, because if you can afford to keep all the women in the house for all them years, you gotta have some money.
Yeah, because women cost.
Ain't standing, ain't standing around no
You know that?
starving artists.
Yeah,
right.
women expensive.
Wow. Hey,
So
tell
you
me
right.
something, H.
Yes, sir.
Which one is the best, Lotto or LMA?
Oh, oh, I like LMA because
Yeah.
LMA got a real soft. She brings a real soft approach to her sex appeal, and her music is just divine to me. Now that's a word I really don't use when it comes to music, but divine, yes, her music is very, very special.
Yeah, I could
Um,
have put two
she's
R&B chicks together.
she's talented. Lotto, where was Lotto? Was just here what last year at the Fox. Um, Lotto is nice, but if I had to pick one, like in terms of going to see in concert, LMA hands down.
I'm talking about for somebody be knocking at your front door. Which one?
Oh, LMA for sure. Come on, Ella, baby. I want you, baby. LMA. I like her name.
Me too.
Like I said, she's soft, feminine, divine. I mean, just she's special.
Reg,
Man,
hey, what
it
you say,
depends
Reg?
it depends on we going to Jay Alexander's or starters. Because I'm taking a lot of I'm taking a
Lotto is
lot
more
of the starters.
starters.
She got
Lotto is more starters. Right,
yeah, she done it all. Like Shawty Love.
right, for sure.
I asked my little brother that. He was like, "Damn, that's a tough one, man. You got to get back to it."
Oh man.
He said you gotta get back to him. You gotta get back to him on that. That's funny.
Oh man.
Hilarious.
Oh wow.
Man,
Yeah.
I got another one for y'all, man.
Yeah.
What
What's up?
what y'all think about Big Sean coming back to mess with the local artists? He been on 6 Mile doing the songs and the videos.
Yup.
it's pretty dope to see. Even Vezo gave him his praise on one of the YouTube, saying, giving him his accolades and saying, he's proud of him. They don't really get that a lot, but to
Oh
really
yeah,
see the youth embrace him like that was really dope
Yeah.
to see.
we always needed an artist like that because so Big Sean got the records that kind of like they represent Detroit well as far as like and as far as mainstream. So we had, Detroit, we always had such a mix of music. We had our hip hop backpackers, we had our street dudes, right? And Big Sean music fit in the category where everybody can listen to it, right? From he
Right.
got bars, the backpackers like him, the street dudes like him. He gonna do songs with E40, he gonna do songs with Kanye. So it's like for him to come back and show that love, it just show okay, we can unify this and bridge that gap, take it to the next level. I seen it with Proof Son. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like that's just love right there. Him doing this interpretation of soulful moaning, like all of that. It's like this Detroit in your face. I'm gonna take it to the big stage, right? So everybody under me gotta, not under me, but everybody that's coming out, what to expect because he's giving you a little bit of Detroit flavor, all the Detroit flavor in this music. So now he's bringing the people in front of the camera where it's like, okay, that's who that is. That's
Right.
what I'm saying. So, and just introducing them to different audiences.
right.
Right. I agree with you, B-Boy Reg. I like Sean's his I like his spirit of activism, community
Mm.
activism,
Yeah,
and everything that he has done for the greater good of the city of um um he's a talented lyricist. Um but his activism is crazy.
Mm.
He loves his city. He loves the people here. He loves the artists here. I got a chance to see him last year on Drink Champs, and Nori couldn't remember none of the artists' names in Detroit, so he corrected he Nori done fucked up about 10 Detroit artists' names, and he said, "Hey, that's it's not it's you got to get these artists' names right." I mean, he checking
yeah,
Nori like, nigga, let me tell you something.
right.
So, I got much love and respect for Sean. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna say it here. I didn't like Sean at first. I didn't like his music. I didn't like his lyricism, but he has grown on me, and it's very few artists that that really catch my eye, catch my ear. But Sean is doing his thing. I'm proud of
Mm. Yeah,
Man, Big
he's
him.
Sean
standing the
being
test of
dope.
time.
Huh?
He's standing the test
Big
of
Sean
time.
being dope.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah.
go back and listen to Fat Raps with him and who was on that? He had the Cool Kids on there.
Mhm.
What I think was it Lil Dicky was no Asher Roth was on there.
Yeah, he said little
Okay.
Yeah, like
bit.
that whole tape. He had that Finally Famous. I think that was the Finally Famous mixtape.
Okay.
Um, man, that before his album even came out, I was like, oh, this is it right here. Yeah, so
Yeah, he seemed like he still care about lyrics and like he still write his rhymes. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can kind of hear somebody on the phone and then really sit down studying the rhymes.
Yeah, I like that song he did with Cash Down. Metro
Mm.
Boomin produced it.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I like I like that one. That's cold blooded.
The one he did with Dave Loaf is a hit.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Back up off me.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He,
I
he
would
hit
like
he hit the blade dance on Jennifer Hudson show. That was pretty dope. This
Yeah,
for him to walk down the Soul Train line and do the dance.
oh yeah, I love that. I love
Yeah.
Jennifer. I love to see that. I'll be watching that all the time.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
So
what y'all
what
think about did y'all hear about Derek Coleman opening a dispensary in Biggie Smalls' neighborhood?
No, I ain't heard about that, but that's interesting though.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to DC, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
some of the residents he joined business with, partnered up with, and they got a dispensary right in Biggie's neighborhood, man.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, I want to say rest in power to Biggie's mom, Miss Wallace. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I'm proud of DC. I always liked him as a player. Um, you know, as a businessman, he doing this thing,
Right.
You know, he one of the first people to dunk on Shaq.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And I think I can recall. I think he dunked on Larry Bird too, his rookie year or something like that. He he was
who hates
making posters before they was putting posters up of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, damn, who ain't dunked on Larry Bird?
Yeah.
Larry Bird couldn't jump. He can't block shots.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But he can shoot that rock though.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
helping.
He
Y'all
was
know what? Hey, Larry Bird said, "Y'all know what the weapons did for me. I walked away with the MVP."
That's right. That's right. Larry Bird was the Kelly Tripucka of the Boston Celtics.
Man, Larry, they got a story about Larry Bird walking into the 3-point shootout contest in the locker room, and he was like, "Who coming in second?"
Hey, hey, you could tell he was eating that KFC, man. Hey, he probably.
Yeah, Larry Bird, man.
Yeah, he was that guy. But hey, y'all tell me something, man. Y'all seen Gilly and Wallow, man? They was in town the other day, man. It was dope to see them come there. They really tried to be there with 313 Day, but they actually was on Finkel with payroll from Dope Boys Cash Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them. Yeah, I really respect their hustle, man. They got one of the most successful podcasts on the planet right now. I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't watch them. I don't have time to watch them like I used to, but I did see Wallow on Club Shay Shay, and an interview was very, very interesting.
Yeah, I watched both. I watched Gilly and Wallow interview, and
Yeah,
I
I saw
like
Gilly too.
Yeah, I like the fact he interviewed them separately because
Yeah,
they had their own story. But I think it's just funny, like when you see Gilly got so much personality, and you can hear
yeah,
it back then in his music. But I tell people like Gilly and Nori are two artists that I like more for their personality than the music. And Wallow just come with him coming home and having the stories and how positive he is and how he trying to like get these young dudes to think about the choices they make. It's that's big to me. So to see them come to Detroit and really touch down, I've seen them interview Detroit artists on their show, on a platform, and really just show love here. And then even when they was here before, or somebody talking to him about Detroit, and Gilly be like, "Yeah, I know such and such, or I know such and such grandma, or whatever." You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's just cool to see people actually touch down and keep their ear to the streets and know what's going on. That's what kind of separate them from everybody else we see online.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I think both of them stand up dudes. For sure.
Man, speaking of stand up dudes, your boy's about to be on tour. Wu Tang, Jizz, and the whole crew. You
Oh
gonna go?
man, yeah. I heard about that. I I haven't bought my ticket yet, but I definitely will be there. I
No.
definitely be there. I'll probably about get my ticket next week. But
Okay.
yeah, I would love to see them shine. Wu Tang, in my opinion, y'all. Now I'm gonna say this: Wu Tang, in my opinion, is the greatest rap group ever. I ain't throwing no shade to no rap group or hip hop group. They all phenomenal, but Wu Tang definitely stands out to me as being the my favorite. Maybe not the best ever, but definitely my favorite.
I'm glad you said that. I'll be trying to tell people you can have your favorite and it not be the best. Like
Absolutely, I agree.
my favorite basketball player of all time is Magic, but I agree that Michael Jordan is the best, right? But my favorite is Magic, and I'll compare his stats with anybody, right?
Mm.
But then when it comes to music, like you said, they might not be the best, but they're your favorite. Like
Yeah.
King T is one of my favorite artists of all time, but I know he's not top five, right?
Mm.
But let me ask you this though about Wu Tang. Who who had the best? What name your best two solo albums from Wu Tang artists?
Liquid Swords and Only Built for Cuban Links.
All right. So mine was Only Built for Cuban Links and Old Dirty Bastards album. What was it? Return of 36 Chambers?
Yeah.
Because I that album just it had Wu Tang vibe, but it just had that album just represented free space for any artist. Like when you just listen to it, it was just like it was no certain format. He'd just break out singing somewhere. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It
Right.
was as raw as a young black man could get and still be able to rap. And it was like, you know what I'm saying, in your face like a can of mace, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Man,
to have that freedom
man.
just to wander off and say something like that. I think that album sometime in the future somebody gonna be like, damn, this was a masterpiece
But
for just
Iron Man was
expressing.
y'all sleeping on Iron Man was dope and
Oh yeah.
Supreme Clientele. Did you like
yeah.
Iron Man or Supreme Clientele better?
Well, the way
I like
Iron Man was just like everywhere, you know.
Right? Because we know how Ghost is with his rhyme scheme.
You know when that had that whole because he you know the whole the song with Mary J. Blige, he like downplayed that song.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because Method had his song, but that song, me and my brother heard that song,
Yep.
and that
and
song is phenomenal.
the whole plucking roaches out the cereal box and going, man, me and my brother related to that. The roaches
Right.
on the toothbrush, and I said,
Everybody
wow.
did. To
Hey, that was a
to
real, hey, we
yeah.
just, you know, that was a
Man.
So
deep
go
answer.
so Ghostface my favorite Wu-Tang artist out of all of them. Like I think Method Man is probably a better MC on features and collaborations,
Right.
but I think as a Ghostface just it for me. Like if I
Mm.
Yeah.
had to pick one member and they said wasn't no Wu-Tang, you had to pick one member, I'm gonna go with Ghostface.
Man,
Oh wow.
the way he did that Jay Dilla whip me with a strap, hey, man, hey, that was the way he did that shit, man, was so dope.
Even the
You know,
special delivery remix, feeling
yeah, that
every
was super dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
super dope.
little ghetto boy, that storytelling when she came out,
Yeah,
911 low battery, like
Yeah,
man,
for
come on
sure.
now.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal storyteller. Um, for me, it'd be the genius. His rhyme scheme is just so well crafted and so
yeah,
polished. It would be hard for me to pick any other Wu Tang member that can even come close. That's just my opinion, of course. But yeah, to me, it's the genius. He just I guess that's why they call him a genius because he's a lyrical genius.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Pasta News got that. He don't get his props enough for Pasta News.
Oh yeah, from
Oh
Daylight.
yeah, from
Yeah.
Daylight. Yeah, for sure. I agree. He extremely underrated for sure.
Yeah. Hey, we got one more question for y'all. Well, I got one for y'all. We can close it out. Y'all subscribe, like, and share while while y'all on the channel. But
For
anyway,
sure.
y'all tell me something. Who is y'all favorite? Who was the sexiest female MC to y'all?
Oh wait. You go ahead, Reg. Do your thing. You know who I'm gonna say, brother. Go ahead, Reg. Do your thing, brother.
Oh, the sexiest female MC will have to be I would have to say Salt from Salt and Pepper.
Oh wow.
To
Wow.
me,
Yeah,
she was just
that's
classy. It was
that's a
just
good one though. Good one.
yeah, she was classy. She had sex appeal. She was big girl, you know what I'm saying? She looked like she was just it. Like she wasn't too hard, she wasn't too soft. She was just right in pocket. It wasn't overly sex. Like she didn't look like she would cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Kim looked like as soon as you leave the house, a dope boy coming through. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, for
Like
sure.
yeah, so that's it. But yeah.
Well,
What's your favorite?
for me, it's 3D Nat T
Oh
right now.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, 3D Nat T is she just do it for me. Even with the grills, she do it for me. The hustle her hustle is phenomenal. A fantastic lyricist all around. Wordplay, punchlines, delivery, flow, outstanding. Uh, Beautiful face, sexy body. I mean, just oh my God, just oh. I think I want her to sit on my face right now as we speak. I thank God for 3D Nate. And plus, I like her name. Her real name is Samantha James, but 3D Nate. One of the questions I want to ask her is, how do you come up with the name 3D Nate? I think that I love her name. I like the fact that she's a country girl. She's from the great city of New Orleans, Louisiana. Um, I love her videos. I mean, she's breathtaking to me.
Yep.
You remember Smooth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember we met Smooth?
Oh, what was this?
We met Smooth down at the Anthenium. It was me, Butter, and Mark Hicks. I had a picture hugged up with her.
Really?
Hugged like we was at Freaknik or something. I don't know what happened to that.
Wow.
I think one of my ex-girlfriends found it and threw it away because she thought she was just a regular chick. Because I'm like, this Smooth.
Right.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. Damn, Smooth. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that was.
Smooth, Salt, and Nate. Okay.
and an honorable mention got to go to what was her name from Diggable Planets? Butterfly.
Ladybug.
What?
Ladybug.
Yeah, yeah. She had a little sex appeal to her.
Sweet Tea was dope.
Yeah, Sweet Tea. Yeah, Sweet Tea is
Sweet
alright.
Tea. Yeah, Sweet Tea,
She was
nice.
a good MC, but I wasn't really attracted to her.
Now I'm gonna tell you my honorable mention. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. And it's not Vivica Fox. I'm gonna tell y'all who it is. Tiana Taylor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tiana Taylor do it
She
for
looked
me.
better though. She seemed like she got like this I don't know. I think she overdo it with the makeup and the cheeks or something. Now she just look hard, but she always been fly.
Yeah, we gotta give it to Cash, dog.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cash Down. Oh yeah, Cash
yeah.
Down. Ooh, Cash Down mouth do it for me.
Cash, Cash, Cash
I
doll
gotta
look
be
like
honest.
she looked like every D boy dream girl.
Yeah, she talented.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to
You
Kass.
know,
Yeah.
you know when I say in that one rap, she the type you could trust her with your re-up money.
Yeah,
That's Cash Doll.
yeah, cash out,
When you
nice.
when
Right.
somebody get locked up, you come back, she right back on it. She already got you set up. Like that's
Yeah,
Man.
meant to be.
yeah, yeah, cash out is nice.
You know?
Man, we appreciate you, H, man, jumping on the show today.
Oh,
You know
it
what
was
I'm saying?
my honor, my pleasure, my honor. Thank you very much. Listen, I just want to give both of you bros a shout out, man. I thank both of y'all for all you do for the culture. Continue to do great things in hip hop to preserve the greater good of hip hop. And it's just a great pleasure to be on the show. Please invite me to come on again.
Word. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna bring Cash down next time, H. You ready?
He wants 3D AT.
I'm ready.
You ain't hear the passion in his voice.
Yeah, I hear you.
Book her
Hey.
for a show.
Hey man, hey, we now remember, Butter, what we talked about with the Funky Fresh and the Flash concert. We gonna get Nate. I hope she's available.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I know you got the hookup on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I've been sending her tracks. I'm trying to get her on the beat already. So yeah.
Okay.
No.
Man, we appreciate y'all checking in.
All
Girl
right.
Quinn, top 10.
All right, Reg. Hey man,
All
good
right.
seeing you. Great to hear your commentary.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Funky Fresh in the Flesh, and we out.